Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
Lexington police are looking for a man who they say tried to lure 3 different individuals into his car.
We had guys that cried. I mean, it was devastating. And they know, because even in their own mind, what if that were me? What if I had to deal with that?
And it's a big loss for the Wildcats. Coming up, you'll hear from Coach Calipari about Alex Poitras' season-ending knee injury.
And we're tracking breaking news tonight. The Henry County coroner has identified human remains that washed up in the Kentucky River. WKYT News at 6 starts now. We are continuing to track a breaking news alert this evening. Investigators telling us that 2 body parts found in the Kentucky River nearly 120 miles apart are from the same missing Lexington woman.
Our Garrett Weimer is at the live desk now with details on this investigation. Garrett?
The Henry County coroner tells us that woman is 50-year-old Goldia Massey. Investigators say she was reported missing October 1st. Later that month, investigators found a severed arm in the Kentucky River in Henry County. Just last weekend, a human torso was found along the river in Jessamine County. We're told those 2 body parts were found about 120 miles apart on the river. A state medical examiner tested tissue samples, and investigators identified Massey using a fingerprint on the arm. Now, police tell us Massey's death will be investigated as a homicide. At the live desk, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
The Henry County coroner tells us that Goldia Massey's family was notified this morning of her death. Well, some bad news for the Big Blue Nation and a big loss for the Cats. Junior Alex Poitras is now out for the season.
Yeah, this comes after the basketball star tore his ACL in practice last night. Coach John Calipari addressed the media this afternoon, and Rob Bromley is here with more on how Cal and the team plan to move forward. Rob?
Well, Kentucky goes forward in the season without Alex. Torn ACL in yesterday's practice sidelines him for the remainder of the year. After surgery, Poitras will have a recovery time of about 6 to 8 months, so it's a long, long road ahead. Losing him yesterday made it a difficult day.
You had guys that cried. I mean, it was devastating. I mean, they know, because even in their own mind, what if that were me? What if I had to deal with that?
Just to see it firsthand like that to happen to somebody close to you is always devastating. You can come back better than what you did before. It's just the fact, the timing of it is what's going to be most devastating, especially with the group that we have. You know, this year is it's a special group.
I'll be back shortly with sports. Losing Poitras presents a challenge for Cal. We're going to hear from North Carolina coach Roy Williams. And Cal asked the Rupp fans to show some class tomorrow. Sam Amber.
Thank you, Rob. Coach Cal and the players are not the only ones, of course, dealing with this loss. The Big Blue Nation is also showing its concern as well. Fans who are already camped out and braving the cold weather for seats at tomorrow's game against the Tar Heels say they are trying to stay optimistic. WKYT's Jerica Insco continues our team coverage with reaction from the fans.
Some of these UK students have been camping out since Wednesday just to get good tickets in the eruption zone for the Kentucky-North Carolina game tomorrow. That's what they're focused on, but they're also thinking of Alex Poitras and his torn ACL and what that means for Coach Cal and his team.
We set up our tents on Wednesday, and then we've had class on and off for both full-time students. So we've been kind of in and out since then, same with everybody else here.
And it's cold. Some of the car horns every now and again when you're trying to doze off get on you. But it's fun. It's a great experience.
So it really stung last night when I saw the news that that he was injured. With all that he's given to the team, both on and off the court, it was really unfortunate that it happened.
It's a really terrible thing to happen to such a good player, but I still think our team is going to be able to rally around him and pull through and still make this season a very happy one for all of us students and all of the Big Blue Nation.
I think it'll be a little bump for our team, but we're really deep, so hopefully it'll fire up the team and they'll get some inspiration to win it for them.
As you just heard, UK fans are still hopeful without Poitras for the season, but wish him the best in his recovery. In Lexington, Jerica Insco, WKYT.
And tip-off for tomorrow's game is at noon. The Cats and the Tar Heels. We'll get you ready for a Wildcat warm-up at 11:30 a.m. exclusively here on WKYT. Fans will be allowed to line up outside Rupp Arena starting at about 5 a.m. tomorrow.
He is accused of trying to lure several people into his car. Lexington police are investigating after they say a man in his 70s was seen yesterday driving around North Lexington near Bryan Avenue. They say he tried to lure an older woman into his car. About an hour later, they say he tried to lure 2 elementary school girls into his car. WKYT's Kristen Kennedy is tracking this investigation in this Crime Tracker report.
Thursday afternoon near Castlewood Park, Lexington police say a man in his 70s tried dragging a woman into his car. Neighbors living nearby are calling the crime out of the ordinary.
I grew up around here, and I've always felt safe around here and stuff, and I've never really known of anything bad to happen around here.
Police say the second incident happened outside the Dunbar Center, and when we came over here this afternoon, we found an officer's car out here and an officer patrolling the area.
I feel like this neighborhood, it ain't safe. I mean, it's my girlfriend Chloe. I mean, she done got her place broken into, and it's not safe over here anymore.
Mitchell Payton and girlfriend Chloe Muir are going to keep their eyes peeled for suspicious individuals driving around in gray Toyota Camrys. They worry that the man approaching elementary school age girls outside the Dunbar Center could return.
All I can say is just run if someone tries to come up to you. That's what I would do.
In Lexington, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Police say the man is driving a gray-colored Camry with a nature license plate with partial number 540.
This week, school districts across the area have seen a spike in 6 students. The Harrison County superintendent tells us a virus and strep throat are going around the schools. And today, the school district closed to give everyone a chance to try and get better.
WKYT's Mike Linden talked to school officials to find out how they are making sure that students stay healthy this year.
School district officials decided Thursday to close all schools on Friday because of an increased number of absences all week.
We saw a pattern of absences. Started on Monday, we kind of saw a little spike, and as the week went on, it didn't drop. It just got a little higher every day. What we noticed yesterday was a big spike, plus we saw a spike in all the schools.
On a normal day at Harrison County High School, there's more than 900 students at school. But on Thursday alone, more than 100 of them called out sick, with an additional 30 leaving throughout the day. With schools closed for the day, custodial staffs disinfected classrooms, water fountains, and buses. Administrators say strep throat and a viral infection are to blame for the absences.
You always have a time of year where something is going around, and once it starts to go around, you start to notice it trickling through the population.
In total, the district compiled more than 2,000 student and faculty absences throughout the week.
Anytime that students are out, you're always concerned about that. We don't want anyone missing school because the more that they're here, the more that they're learning. So anytime students are out, it's always a concern.
In Harrison County, Mike Linden, WKYT.
By the end of the weekend, all classrooms and buses in the district will be disinfected and ready for school on Monday. Students at Tolliver Elementary School in Danville also had the day off because of illness. School officials tell us on Monday about 90 of their 300 students were out sick. On Tuesday and Wednesday, maintenance and custodial staff went through the schools, wiping down every surface. But just to be safe, they decided it would be best to keep students home today.
We have to prepare as if it's going to reach our other buildings, because every one of these kids has siblings and cousins and family members that they will come across this weekend.
School officials say they are still trying to figure out how long the school will be closed and if it needs to be shut down again.
A man accused of stealing packages in Lexington faced a judge this afternoon. Ryan Walker is charged with 2 counts of theft. Police say they found at least a dozen packages in his car that don't belong to him. They arrested him yesterday near Man o' War and Sarin Drive. Lexington police say that one of their officers was in that area following a UPS truck as part of a surveillance detail, and that officer witnessed Walker steal a package from a nearby home. Lexington police say when they searched Walker's apartment, they found a dozen boxes of merchandise.
It is the season where everyone is looking for a good deal, and many could use some extra cash. Virtual yard sales have become the answer for many here in central Kentucky.
But as Miranda Combs explains, there are some things to know before you barter online.
It makes sense. Most everyone has stuff they want to get rid of.
We knew that we weren't alone in it, and both looking for items or selling items.
And most everyone is on social media. Combine the two and you have a virtual yard sale. One in Lexington is run with the help of friends by Ann Jones. She says the holidays seem to get people in the selling spirit.
People are, doing that last-minute push to have every dollar that they can, either to use to buy their own presents or to get rid of stuff to make room for things that may be coming in for them as a gift.
But Jones warns there are some things to keep in mind when buying and selling with strangers.
Their postings are pretty similar with new, in box, never been opened, and it's at an incredible deal.
She says posts like that happen daily. People claiming to sell a hot holiday item for cheap.
I mean, that sounds like a fantastic deal, but it also should send off some warning bells. If it's never been opened, why didn't you just return it to the retailer that you purchased it from?
She says the items sold will usually end up being fake, and because it was a person-to-person deal, Heather Clary with the Better Business Bureau says the BBB can't help.
And if you're buying and selling on any of those individual sites, you're on your own. We're not able to assist you with individual transactions.
But Jones says her team of administrators do their best to catch crooks before a transaction can happen, because pages like this are meant to help sell or find, not fall victim. In Lexington, Miranda Combs, WKYT.
The Lexington, Kentucky virtual yard sale group is a member-only page, which Heather Clary says makes similar pages more secure for those interested in buying or selling.
The next phase of the Centrepointe development will begin next week. We'll tell you about some road closures to make sure that you don't get stuck in traffic.
We have a traffic alert for you that will impact drivers in Lexington starting on Monday. The next phase of the Centrepointe project will kick off next week, which could bring some traffic delays.
All lanes of West Vine Street will be closed between South Upper Street and South Limestone starting at 9 a.m. An additional lane of West Main Street will be closed all day between Limestone and Upper. 2 lanes of West Main Street will remain open. Police will be out directing traffic all week.